Hi, future brides. First of all, I'd like to congratulate you. My name is Elizabeth Breswick, and I was married in October. I'm here today to talk to you why it's so important for you to have a videographer at your wedding. I was one of those brides that just insisted on not having one, and I hate to say it, but my mother was right. It's an absolute necessity. My favorite part was absolutely watching my husband and I say our vows. You're there in that moment, you're so caught up, you just don't realize how quickly everything is going to go by. To be able to go back and hear those vows all over again at any moment, it really does mean something very special. My other favorite part has to be dancing with my father. Everybody's watching you, you're talking to each other, but you really truly may be enjoying the moment, but to be able to relive that moment, it's not something you just get to do with just a photograph. Your photographer is important too, but they capture a moment. The videographer, they capture the whole scene and the whole feeling of the time that's going on. So a lot of people ask me if it's worth watching the video, how many times have you watched it? I can honestly say we watch our wedding video like it's a movie. We've shown it to friends. Specifically, I like to point out how goofy my friends were acting that day, but it also makes my husband and I feel great that everyone was having a fun time. And that's another thing, you just don't get to really see everything that day. This way you get to see everyone having a good time, and all that hard work and planning really does pay off. Frank was with me the entire day. He was there when I was getting dressed with my mom and when my girls were getting dressed. So I would say approximately he was there probably with me 12 hours. But I think the most important part of that was I barely even remember him being there. There are scenes that are on there that I just don't even remember him even being there to capture, which is something that I'm very grateful for because they're very special moments that you want to have.
On my shoulder, dear.
No crying.
Oh my God. This is my little girl? Oh dear, you look beautiful. I love it. Wow.
A lot of people have asked me when they've been talking about getting a videographer was with the weight of my dress and how uncomfortable it was for the bride to wear a microphone. And I really don't know what that's like. My husband was actually the one wearing the microphone, but throughout everything, the vows, every part of the church where he was mic'd, it was crystal clear. You could hear everything. There was no question about what was being said. So I can't really answer what it's like to wear a microphone because I wasn't wearing one, it was my husband. So there was no extra weight on my dress. The nice thing about going with Remember When video is you get to deal with Frank Fabrizio. He is the one that you talk to from day one when you book. He is the one that is going to be there the day that you are shooting. It's a family-run business, and that's what we love the most, is that it's from his family to your family, so he really puts a lot of love and TLC into making your video, and it really comes through at the end. He becomes part of your family for the day. We actually received several sets of our DVDs, one for my parents to have, one for my husband to have, one for my in-laws to have, which is nice because nobody's bouncing around that DVD. Everyone has their own set and they can all watch it at their own time. I think what's most important is we need to start making our videographers a priority when we're booking. We always go to the venue, then we go to the photographer, and we want to make sure that we're booking our videographers well in advance because dates fill up and you want to be that bride that has the videographer and not left with no videographer. So another popular question I get all the time is, how strict was your budget? We were on a pretty strict budget, and there were things that I just, like I said, I didn't think I needed, and one of those things was a videographer. But I think, like I said before you completely cut out the option of getting a videographer, you need to reach out to Frank and Remember When video and see where you can fit that into your budget and see how you can make that work. Because if there's one thing that's really important, you need to be able to go back and relive those vows and look at those people all having a wonderful time and be able to watch you dancing with your father or your parent during that first dance. Those are special moments, and they're special moments that you just can't get a feeling off of by looking at a picture. You get a feeling by watching it happen all over again. So I wish all of the brides good luck as they're going throughout this year planning their wedding. And keep in mind, this is a once-in-a-lifetime thing that you're doing. You're never going to be able to get all those people in one room together. You're never going to be able to relive all those moments. So take advantage of it while you can. And while you're investing in such a special day, make sure you invest in capturing all those memories so you can relive them down the road. Good luck!